this not black sky, almost dark, deep blue and purple-esque, giving the only sort of color really. And then you stand in front of this town of Amentia, this shadow town. You can stop it. And you can see some of these spectral inhabitants, the Forgotten. And you can see also the small boy who, last time I saw, was trying to make a rock like move with his mind.
His ghost powers.
He's now using 2 rocks, trying to essentially doing that.
Cool. Gross.
Nice. You know what that is? Character progression.
Things that happen since you
What a weird concept. It's not for us.
Anyway, yes, let's go. What's your guy's name again?
Tarion Timbercrest.
Correct.
Tarion Timbercrest.
Tarion.
Great. Let's head into town then? That's what last, right?
Yeah, and you know him as the defender of Amentia.
Oh, okay. Well, great then.
Okay. It's been a while. It's been maybe about half a year since we were here last. There's about. Do we remember our way around?
Yeah, it's essentially Tumbles, the small boy. He's like, hi again.
Hi, Tumbles, right?
Yeah.
Cool. How are you?
Nice
Puddles, right?
Puzzles.
Puddles.
No, Puddles was the snake baby.
Spirit of life, but yeah.
Yeah, who you hadn't met at that point. It's because you called Tumbles for Puddles.
Did I?
Yeah. But he's like, he looks at you like, you know, like when you cannot recall somebody's name. Like,
It's fine. Listen, I'm sure a lot of people like me come through here all the time. It's cool. My name's Eos.
Nice rock
I'm the
trick.
cool one.
Thanks. Who are you again?
Oh, wow. We're friends of Tarion. Oh, sorry. Are you Nameless?
Oh, Nameless.
Yeah, we're friends of his. We're just kind of coming by. We need to sort of talk to him about the thing.
Okay, he's in the center of town.
and he starts to give you directions.
Okay, cool. Now, was that he the guy that I tried to get the sandwiches from? Was that Puddles or was that Nameless?
I think it was Nameless, I believe.
Maybe he has my sandwiches. I think did it happen that I wanted to get sandwiches and then he gave us magical armor instead?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because there was this fruit that tasted of nothing, but had this high, like almost leather, like skin.
I'm very focused on food. I'm sort of realizing now as we're.
Character progression.
Yep.
It never really occurred to me that I'm.
And you arrive at the scene and way of seeing Nameless talking with a couple of soldiers, all of them spectral, of course. And like, okay, make sure it doesn't approach any further. If it do, try to have some of the men lead it further away. And then he looks up and like,
Ahoy, ahoy!
Greetings again.
Hi, Tarion, right?
Yes.
Tarion Timbercrest.
Yes.
Timberlake.
That
is your name.
That is my name.
Right.
Tarion, have you remembered anything since we left?
Tarion, can I buy you a drink? Do you have
I
drinks?
don't know what good it would do, but certainly.
Can I? Is there a spectral bar here somewhere?
Yeah, we have a gathering place, but yeah.
Do you have time? Like, is it a bad time for you?
No, again, I'm always busy, so no time is good time. So
Okay, cool.
let's go inside my
Sounds relevant.
quarters, and you see he just floats into a building. It goes a while, and they turn back like, oh, I forgot. And
I think we'll see. I mean, yeah, if it has a door, we'll find it, definitely.
again, he had to unlock it.
You guys lock your doors? Yeah?
No, it's a magic trap. That's why I need to. We have some problem with the Shadowfell previously.
Oh, I see.
Cool.
Sorry about that. Is that my fault?
What's the symbol of Ghikala?
Actually, I haven't decided what her symbol is.
A person getting stabbed 3 times.
Probably
the goddess of death.
What?
Is she only the goddess of death?
Only.
Or she does other things as well.
She is the goddess of the departed, is more likely to say. For instance, Arkan is the god of the eternal slumber.
Yeah, okay.
Ensuring that people don't rise up as undead.
No.
And she's like...
Do they have what if her symbol is like a skull but with like coins in the eye sockets?
No, because that would probably be more Arkan. I think.
What if it's like
I'm like
snake?
I imagine like a maze with a halo of black feathers. That's probably it.
Okay, cool.
Good.
Because she hates the undead with passion, which makes it weird the fact that her champion is undead.
Something goes with that.
You know what? Paper legend.
I draw up the symbol of Ghikala and then show it to Tarion.
Tarion. Yeah.
Tarion. How do you spell it?
Tarion.
Tarion.
Yeah.
Tarion.
Yeah.
Tarion.
Tarion?
I showed it to Tarion. Does that symbol mean anything to you?
It's been a while since I said that. And you can see he grabs the great sword.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see on the handle, which is a physical handle, the spectral blade, but a physical handle. You can see there is the symbol right on the hill. Yeah.
The handle is a mace.
Tarion, the Witch Queen is back.
Can we get some drinks over here, maybe? Is there like
Suddenly.
Oh, ghost drinks. Great. That unlock.
And it was like, don't mind Joker, he is not funny.
No, it's alright.
So she's back, is she?
She is. What do you remember from last time?
Me and some champions of the gods had managed to push back the forces of her army towards Briarwell, the outskirts. We decided to, as essentially a task force, to go into Briarwell and deal with the problem there. And you can see, sometimes he has actually to stop to try to recall what the fuck happened 1,000 years ago. And
do we know that they were all champions of gods?
you don't know.
Okay.
You gather there was at least 3 or 4.
Okay. So all of you were champions of God.
That is true. There was me of Ghikala. There was Ilsa of Arkan.
Just say Ghikala, that was you.
Yes.
And Ilsa was a person.
Yes, who was the champion of Arkan.
God of Death.
And then there was...
The God of Death.
I'm sorry, I can't recall her name now. A drow who was the champion of Myra. Myra is the god of light and justice, known as the Dawn Shield.
Okay.
There was also his last name was Brown Forge, I believe. A dwarf, I can recall. Not a champion, a good friend, an ally, but not a champion.
Okay.
Which is why he stayed behind, as we. And you take that was the person who survived.
Yeah.
Okay.
How long dwarves live?
Approximately, I believe, 500 to 600 years.
Okay, you'd be dead by now.
No, I believe the average is like 350 to 500 down in that ballpark. Ilsa was the first to fall. She was attacked by an apprentice of the Witch Queen.
She had an apprentice?
Yes.
Let's see. What was her name?
Emblem. A blonde tiefling.
Okay.
Was that her only apprentice?
No. Her only apprentice. She had 2 other protectors, essentially. I managed to grave the wound Torkel, Sandaha, the lover of the Witch Queen. But
this is not really working out for me right now.
Do you need a...
Yes, please.
And finally, Helma Darktide.
All right, thank you. That was good. You're very good.
So you
for someone who has trouble remembering his past, you're very good at names, and I appreciated it.
So you struck down the Witch Queen's lover.
No, I wounded him.
Mm-hmm.
He struck me down. His poison blade got to me.
They'll do that.
But not before you got to the Witch Queen.
I gravely wounded her with my blade, and she had to retreat.
Was your blade effective at wounding her, or?
Had I not been succumbed to the poison, I would have brought her down. No doubt about it.
I see.
So that raises the next question. Why are you using that sword?
Well, so the thing that you bear on you have there, the sort of the sword that you have, is that in fact the sword?
Yes.
It is.
This is Reaperclaw.
This is the sword.
Indeed.
Reaperclaw.
Those slain by it, their soul is directly sent to Ghikala, there to be judged.
Okay, and what happens to the rest of us?
We pass go and collect $200.
Oh, really? No, I'm thinking more like, don't we all get sent to Ghikala for judgment, or?
No. People sent to Arkan.
Oh, so actually, better? Like, you'd rather be. Like, it sounds like it's sort of a fast pass for.
No, because again,
she's probably not as nice.
Is she not? I thought.
Essentially, Arkan is like guiding you to the afterlife. Ghikala is judging you.
But can you skip Ghikala entirely? Is there like a way around it?
Most people do.
Oh, really?
Again, for instance, the undead, for instance, they don't. When they are slain, they are brought to justice before Ghikala.
Lack of knowledge of metaphysics.
That doesn't seem fair. Hi, I was a farmer. My body was raised by a necromancer. Oh, now I'm in trouble?
No, again, but those are not undead per se. For instance, a vampire.
Okay.
Good.
Sure.
And no, it's not fair, but that's what happens.
I now feel
and that's why, again, they are brought to judgment.
Yeah.
Their actions contra their soul.
I now feel not bad, but not as good about all the undead that I have raised, over the time. Actually, not that much. It doesn't happen very often, but every now and then,
We should talk about this later on.
No, don't think we need to. I mean, it's bad guys, but I didn't know that they were, I didn't know that
their soul would be sent to the...
Yeah!
You could ask me, I'm a priest.
Well, you didn't know, you were surprised.
Well,
you were surprised!
I didn't know, but Davree knew.
Who? Wait, what's happening? Sorry.
You are more than welcome to take on the responsibility of Reaperclaw.
Mm-hmm.
But it does mean fetching eternally to Ghikala to become her chosen champion.
Yeah.
And he just puts down the blade, and at the moment he lets go, there's only the handle, the spectral blade just...
There's a lightsaber. Cool. That makes it even cooler in my mind.
Okay. So, how committed are you to the whole kind of Philaika thing? Like...
I mean, only my entire life.
You're not like open to maybe kind of shopping around about local.
I mean, look, I can definitely go both ways.
We know this about you, yeah.
But I'm not sure, because if I'm getting this right, I pledge my eternal complete commitment to Ghikala.
Servitude to Ghikala, yeah.
And that's complete. That is not, you can't see someone on the side.
No. She's not that kind of woman.
No.
Philaika would be like, yeah, fine, do whatever you need, man.
Yeah.
Quick question. So if you were to pledge yourself to Ghikala as her eternal champion, your soul is forfeit, whatever. Do the person, whoever does that, what happens to the soul when they die? Do they end up here? Because that's where you are.
I am.
Or did you fuck up?
I am a unique case.
And how?
Well, sometimes when gods fell in love with mortals, there are some repercussions you cannot predict.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, I am in a unique circumstance where I should have passed, but I'm unable to.
Feels kind of weird for her to judge her ex-boyfriend type thing.
Well,
It's kind of weird for like judge or ex-boyfriend type thing.
Oh, kind of a conflict of interest.
probably she's unable to let go of him. He's probably ready and
Yeah.
willing. Again, that's the reason why he's worshipping Ghikala.
I have a question out of game. It's about my knowledge of divine magic, specifically magic of resurrection. I know that resurrection usually has a time limit.
Not true resurrection is the only one I don't think that has. But that is like a 9th level
Yeah, it's a
spell.
9th level spell, so we need a really, really powerful cleric.
That option.
Here's a wild idea. We get a 9th level cleric to resurrect this guy.
What? That seems like a stretch. If we had a 9th level cleric, couldn't we just win?
I'm assuming that the Witch Queen is more than 9th level. Has more than 9th spells.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, if we had friends that were that powerful, first of all, they would probably be hanging out in the Imperial City that just got exploded. And secondly, I don't have any cleric friends. Do you? Powerful ones? Big ones?
You do, but you don't know anyone who could.
Okay. Alright, within this world, is someone that powerful, is that like a thing of legend, or is it if there's someone who could do it, it'd be this guy type thing?
Again, for instance, casting True Resurrection, that would be like a clear sign that you are one of the chosen.
Okay.
And you're the biggest one in the Phalaika Church, right? Like, you're her champion.
No,
You're not?
I'm not.
Who is?
I have no idea.
Do you think
Someone hidden probably at the moment. Yeah,
some farmer somewhere
probably.
has the ability
I mean, no,
casting a 9th level spell?
Essentially, Don Juan, someplace like getting scurvy.
Let's just circle back to the whole. So if you're the champion of
Ghikala?
Ghikala, I remember her name. Don't worry. You are, unless she falls in love with you, right? You're pretty sure that your soul is gonna what when you die? What happens?
When you die,
Yeah.
you don't get a second chance. She's the term of like, when you die, you stay dead.
So no resurrections.
That's correct.
That's sort of her thing.
You get one chance in
You
life.
get one chance. If you die, it's done. Just like for most people, really. Any idiot who accidentally gets trodden on by a horse, that's really reality. But for us, obviously, we're very privileged, weirdly.
So again, that's why it's a great price.
Your soul goes where, do you think? Into her realm? And is that realm chill?
To the afterlife, wherever your soul belongs. It depends on the individual. Some are sent to celestials realm, some to hell, some into the limbo there for eternally to await their destiny. It's hard to say.
Okay, so will you excuse us a second?
Certainly. And he just floats out of the room. Just call me when you need me.
So my soul, right, is sort of how can you describe it? It's essentially kind of
Someone's called dibs on it?
sort of in a way, but in the sense that it's sort of like it's several someone's are kind of into it.
Yeah, good.
And I have sort of been kind of maybe looking for a way to kind of get out of that. Okay,
This doesn't
imagine
sound
it.
like a way out, though.
My soul is right now. It's in a bank account.
Yeah.
And I really want to transfer my soul from that bank account in hell. And I want it to go to the Cayman Islands, tax free.
Yeah.
Do you think?
You mean the Dawn Island then?
Yeah, so the Dawn Island, the tax haven. Do you think Ghikala might be my Dawn Island?
I don't think so.
Shit.
I think rather it is knowing our, knowing our occupation and our tendency to die. It's an express way for you to hell. Because it sounds like if you die, you're going to hell. You don't get a chance of coming back.
I don't know. Maybe I'm pretty nice.
If you die, you're going to hell.
Yeah, that is true.
And
yeah, that might be the problem. But doesn't she want
And
the
you
soul?
can see it. Tarion pokes his head out and is like, "Well, maybe you should discuss with him, with her."
Okay. Were you just listening in?
I mean, I just heard her.
No, come back in.
Yeah,
Boy, yeah, okay.
also,
Fine,
hey, quick turn.
First of all, rude.
Is a sword given by Ghikala the only thing that can kill her? The Witch Queen?
No, but it's one of the most sure way of ensuring her eternal death.
If we just stab her a lot, will that kill her?
I don't know.
Now, to be fair, you're saying that, but historically speaking, this is the only thing that has. I mean, of all the things that have probably this didn't kill her. Its history has historically it has failed to kill her.
No, I failed to kill her.
Well, I mean that's
true.
That
And
is it guns or
swords don't kill people.
Swords don't kill people. People kill people. But I'm just saying. That, okay, you're pretty sure that the weapon is not the problem. But my point is that
again, in order for the sword to work,
Yeah.
it needs to slay the creature.
that's how most swords work.
No, I get his point. His point is the thing that's special about the sword is not so much the fact that it's a magical sword.
For instance,
it's the fact that it's an express way. It's a one way. There's no coming back.
Okay, for instance,
from
if
being
you
sword.
slew a vampire with that sword, the vampire won't come back again.
Yeah.
That's nice. Okay.
There's no like this is a if you go down you're out. Thanks for playing.
No second chances, no revival,
Exactly.
no.
And that's this sword allows us to slam the door on her. Can we talk to Ghikala?
Whoever wants to partake in the ritual of becoming a champion certainly can.
But there's not like a way we can kind of.
Like you don't have her on speed dial, do you?
You can't maybe get into
No,
contact
unfortunately
with her
not any longer.
before
It's
we
not
say
in
yes. Okay.
It would have been much
What
easier.
was okay? Now I know memory isn't really your strong suit. Do you remember how it happened for you? Can you?
I was drunk. It was
One of those nights.
I was just a simple man of the cloth.
It's just like me.
Came across a small village
cloth.
where a great travesty had happened. Some undead had attacked the city and didn't want to protect it. And some people needed confidence, and I, through my speech, told them about how death is not only a bad thing in life, it is a natural part, and it is hard to accept. And somehow that speech got to her, and she asked me to join her retinue, and from there I started slowly gain more and more of her favour.
Working your way up.
And then the Witch Queen debacle began, and I was called into the army, and now the rest is
History.
what was supposed to be history.
Right. But you're saying that taking the sword becoming that's kind of you kind of skip all the levels, you go fast track right to the
That's
tippy
true.
top. Okay, that's good to know. But was there a conversation? Because presumably, if you're going up the levels, at some point you must have reached the second highest tier, and then now you actually have the option to go. Like, was there kind of a this is the dealio convo?
The previous
before you were-
wielder of the sword
Right.
was nearing the end of his life, and then approached me. I then held Reaperclaw and were in communion with Ghikala, and we forged a eternal servitude there.
And was there? Did you feel like in that conversation an option for you to say, "Hey, maybe someone else does this. Maybe I'm pleased with the rank that I have. Maybe I'm not worthy." Was it like? Did you feel like?
Again, it was a conversation. It was not, I took the blade and I was forced to partake. Because she also needs to be able to choose a champion. So,
So
yeah.
she might just. So actually, even if one of us were to pick up the blade now, she might just say, "Nah, not for me. Not my type."
Maybe.
She likes them like you.
Maybe.
Ghosty.
Again, I cannot speak on her behalf.
No, you're only her champion. Okay.
I get what you're going for, and I think it makes sense. And the second time in the session I said that, which scares me. The other option is this weapon is given to you by Ghikala. Can only she produce something like this, or can the other gods produce something similar?
That particular weapon, only she can create.
Yes.
The gods can create similar powerful artifacts, that's no doubt about it. But what they can create, I have no idea.
I guess the question is that the Witch Queen being sort of a being connected to undeath in some ways was maybe particularly susceptible to this.
She
weapon?
was not particular.
She didn't have an
connected to
army
undeath.
of the undead.
She did use undead, no doubt about it, but she was more akin to demons and hobgoblins and what they'll.
Just
The reason
stuff, generic.
I jumped into the fray was to ensure that she couldn't be brought back because she had many powerful allies.
Makes sense. So okay. So that what I'm hearing, if I may, just quickly.
Yes.
What I'm hearing is that Reaperclaw may not be the only way to defeat the Witch Queen, but it may be the only way to permanently end the Witch Queen.
Might be, yes. It might be the worst to slam the door on her at least.
The question is whether it's worth it.
There's a couple of other things.
Yes.
A couple of other options. All the gods, as we know, have champions, and we just don't know who they are at the time.
Yeah.
Maybe we go and find these champions. We find the chosen champion of Ghikala, and
Wait, she already has one? Did you?
I'm the current one.
There's ghost dudes. But you're right. We've established that all the gods have in some way. Maybe some of them are ghosts, but you know they have champions. So we go out, we find them, and we get them to do the dirty work for us. I don't hate it. I do not hate it. It's very on brand for me, and I love it.
Yes, roll an intelligence check, by the way.
17.
Okay. You know, right now in your possession, you are wielding one of the weapons by the champion of Ruka, the god of magic. The shot of Shamal.
Shit! Okay, first of all, to be fair, I was not the person who found the shadow.
No. And I also, again, you're just wielding the weapon. You don't know whether or not that makes you a champion or anything.
Already a champion? Can you double champion, do you think? Like Shadow Shaman?
some gods probably.
Let me ask you this. Can you fully commit to one or two things?
Yes. Wait, what?
Yes. No. Wait.
Okay, now I hear you. Now, I'm not... Listen, I gotta take out the Shadow Shaman. Hey, this is a real cool dagger, alright? It explodes when I want it to, also sometimes when I don't want it to. All in all, it's a great thing. Did I know that it was the weapon of who?
Shamal was the champion of Ruka.
Right. Did I know that it was an artifact of Ruka? Hell no, I didn't. I've never even heard of Ruka. I am not committed to Ruka. I think. No, probably not. What do I know of Ruka? No, I don't even know.
But again, everyone knows Ruka was the god who created magic and the written language.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. One could imagine the Illuminati were pretty pleased with them. The Illuminums? Aluminiums?
Illumian.
So, keep okay.
Can we take the sword with us, and then we can find someone to wield it?
That's my question.
Certainly.
Oh, okay. Oh.
The weapon will only activate once the champion has been picked.
Oh.
So right now you just have a handle.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm not so worried. No, that whole kind of Cayman Island idea.
This is not going to work out for you that
You
way.
don't know that.
No, I mean, I listened to what he said, so it's not going to work out that way.
No, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, it would, you know, if I am the champion of a god, I mean, that might.
Again, you might come to another agreement with Ghikala.
Yeah.
She
could be chill.
direct your soul wherever you need it to go. Maybe.
I mean, I think like I'd be cool with kind of neutral afterlife. I'd be fine with sort of a one-room apartment.
Just a bus station.
You know, you have to keep down a 9 to 5, but you're not in hell being tortured by devils.
But you also only have one shot at it.
That's a good point.
Then we take the handle, right?
Yeah, we definitely do that. Do you need? Can we? You've been really helpful. This is kind of Can we help you?
The moment a new champion is chosen, I can finally.
You find your rest. Yes.
So
I'm actually surprised you're not I mean, to your kind of, to your credit, I'm actually kind of, it's wild that you're not kind of pushing for it more. It's cool.
Don't worry, we'll get right on it. I tossed it the back.
Yep, champion, sure.
Well, I've learned that if you want something to happen, it's best to let the natural course just lead you there.
Is that what got you into this situation?
No, that's probably against.
Haven't you been chilling here for like 5,000 years?
Only 1,000.
And of those I only
Which one was
recall.
5,000?
No,
1,000
5,000 years ago.
It was 1,000, yeah.
I'm bad at this.
5,000 years ago, what started the Age of Mist, where
Okay.
3,000 years ago there was the Hollow War with the Warforged, and 1,000 years ago the Hex War.
And 6,000 years ago, God created the Earth.
Yep.
But that's it. Dinosaurs, yeah. Okay.
Oh, they're still alive. They're in Joffrey.
Okay.
Oh, okay. We're cool, right? I think we're
I
cool.
think we might be.
Yeah. Again, I just hope you make your choice quickly. But
Yeah, sure. We're just gonna go talk to our teammates once they are conscious, and then maybe one of them, maybe Jace wants to be the.
No, but he already has his winter mother.
That's true. It's true.
His winter mom.
Blake hasn't
Blake
sold
is
anyone, has he?
no, I don't think so. He hasn't committed.
Neris,
I think would maybe kind of go against her aesthetic a little bit, but it might work.
I mean, the whole like soul. I mean, dying things. It's pretty natural.
There's definitely a lot of options. I grab the hilt.
yeah.
And I say, hey, Ghikala, I want to be your champion.
Thanks for listening. The intro music was by Philip Fischer, whereas the outro music was by Martin Kerr. The other pieces which are mentioned in the description down below were by Kevin MacLeod. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we hope to see you again in Doraken.